Almost every day, different broadcast houses have different programs that talk about and feature Nigerian entertainers. One of them is City Bond Box Office on City 105.1 FM. It's a program for Nollywood practitioners and it is organized by Sheon Oloketui's Best of Nollywood, Born. We know that you like to know what's up with our screen icons, and so on our part, we relentlessly go after them just for you. So today on African Screen, we present to you some of the radio interviews that some Nollywood actors had on City Bond Box Office in the month of November. Let's start with Nollywood veteran Ngozi Nwozu, who narrowly survived death. During our interview, she talked about what went through her mind when she was faced with an ailment that almost claimed her life.
Well, actually, as at that time, I thought it was just all over.
Ngozi went further to explain the people she meant by the industry.
They have made lots of people not to even have hope to live when they are sick with their attitude. I'm talking, when I say the industry, I am not talking about the artist alone. I am talking about the press as well.
Now that Ngozi has another chance to live and knowing that there is indeed light at the end of the tunnel, she talked about what the sickness taught her now that she has another chance to live.
Number one, no man is an island. Number two, people you think that will be there for you are never the people that will be there for you. Number three, it's always good to be good because you never know where you will reap the goodness.
Ngozi Nwozu has been in the industry for more than 30 years. She compared what Nollywood was then and what it is now.
Some people are already stepping into the right direction, that I agree, but we still have a lot of mediocres out there.
Nollywood actress JUDITH, who was co-guest with Ngozi Nwozu on the program, is kind of new in the industry. She explained her own viewpoint on the current Nollywood.
I think the industry is evolving. I think things are changing. I think we're attracting investors and producers in that are sinking in serious amount of money that they don't want to use just anybody in their firms.
On another edition of City Bond Box Office, Nollywood director Lancelot Imasuen was guest with another director and actress, Elizabeth Daniels. During that day's interview, Lancelot was asked if the reason he did his latest movie, Invasion 1897, was because he's an Edo man.
You can say, yeah, because I'm an Edo man. Fortunately, the event in question happened in Edo land, one of the greatest kingdoms in the whole of sub-Sahara West Africa.
The storyline of Lancelot's film talked about the deportation of an Oba, which led to the carting away of artifacts in the Benin Kingdom. Lancelot talked about coming across some of the artifacts.
That story accumulated into the deportation of the Oba, the movement of the Benin artifacts, the bronze work, which adorns major museums around the world, including that of the British, where this movie was first shown.
After Lancelot responded to his questions, Elizabeth Daniels talked about a new movie.
I would say it's a natural story that surrounds us, that sometimes we overlook. It's a story of love, gone sour. Only highlight the thin line between promises and betrayals. How simple and ignorance towards making promises and not keeping to them can haunt our lives forever.
Another edition of the program featured Nollywood director Steve Gukas and actors Mercy AIGBE and Gideo Okeke. On this edition, Steve Gukas explained what he wants to achieve with his movie, A Place in the Stars.
Well, I think that Nollywood has come a long way, you know, from even just from the days when I did Keeping Faith to today. I mean, the development in terms of the depth of the pool of talents, particularly for actors, has been greatly increased.
For Gideo Okeke, his role in A Place in the Stars is his first lead role in a movie that shows on the big screen. He talked about his expectations.
My expectations for the picture are large. I just hope that the message is searing through the hearts of the audiences across the board, and we keep pushing to be good Nigerians until there is nothing else to do but being good Nigerians.
Delectable Mercy AIGBE responded to a question of if Yoruba actors are still poorly paid for movie roles.
Not like before, that was way back. You know, then they used to have, I don't know, I should call it trade by barter. You come, do mine, when you want to do yours, I come and all. But all that has stopped, that's really changed. We get paid, I can tell.
Ex-Ambo box office winner BAYRAY McNWIZU was one of the recent guests on the show. One of the questions she responded to talks about if she ever thought she was going to win the movie reality show.
Well, yes, of course it crossed my mind. I was determined to win, but you know, there's one thing to be determined to win, and there's another thing to see like 10 other people who are determined to win as well. So, you know, when I got there, of course I was a bit petrified as everyone was talented, everyone was working hard, and you know, I just thought I'll do my best. You know, I would really will give my best, give it the best shot, and hopefully I will win.
For an actress who have passed through the most respected movie reality show in Nigeria, BAYRAY talked about what she does when she receives movie scripts.
I begin to see the character as a real, the person who is really living, and I try to give them a backstory, do research as much as possible, but not too much pressure, just, you know, enjoy it. And because if you don't give the character a backstory, it becomes plastic, and you just feel like, let me just do and let me just go.
Musical breaks on radio are always fun moments. BAYRAY shows us what a typical music break look like. Well, we just showed you a bit of what goes on a radio program called City Born Box Office on City 105.1 FM. We promise to bring you the high points of December's broadcast. Keep watching African Screen for everything about Nollywood everywhere.